Have you ever wanted to start drawing and found asking yourself, where do I start? What do I approach first? There are so many things to work on. And the more you search, the more you find yourself confused and lost. I know that feeling very well, and I'm here today to help you out. My name is Julian, I'm a self-taught artist and VTuber from the very known land of pasta. And today I'll teach you all that I know about starting out in art. Remember that most of the things I'll say today are the things that have personally helped me out the most when I started. And I still practice to this day to keep my skills healthy. They could be useful to you or could not be. Everybody learns differently, and that's okay. Today, we're gonna concentrate on the basics for character art. These are gonna be very important to get the hang of it and eventually master it. So let's see what we're dealing with. So, where should you start from? Well, from me to you, in very short, the answer is practicing just 4 very specific things: shapes, anatomy, gesture drawing, and values. Easy, right? Well, said out loud, sounds like so, but on paper, it's where the game starts to get a little bit more complicated. So take notes from this. Shapes. This is the base of everything. Most people will think that perspective is the base of all art, or at least that's where most tutorials make you start from, and will make you do for hours to no end. In my opinion, this is alienating. Not because it's useless, but because it's with no clear goal. Especially at the start of your journey. It's fun for a bit, but it gets very boring after the first 10 minutes of building skylines and weird perspective that don't help you out in anything other than crossing your eyes. This is why learning shapes and boxes is actually more helpful. You learn from right away how to make dynamic boxes that will lead you to inevitably make more interesting shapes for your characters. You pretty much encounter them right away when you have to draw the classic eye or face, and it's pretty much everywhere from that point on. You just have to practice how to draw boxes and guidelines every time that you have to warm up your hands when you start to draw on a new day. And the trick is done. Shapes are also very important when you work on character design. That's one, if not the most, important thing you have to learn: making a recognizable shape. Once you learn that blacking out an entire character you are working on makes its shapes more noticeable, you can start to make it more interesting from there. Adding spikes and shapes on it can make it overall more interesting. Anatomy. Yes, I'm sorry. I know you were thinking of some nice and amazing video hack to not do anatomy for once, but I am very sorry. It's unfortunately the most important basic part of drawing characters. You can study it from videos to tutorials online for free, but I personally love to study on paper with books and just a pen. I love to use the Morphe books. Not sponsored, I promise. Because they're small, portable, and very useful whenever you need them for whichever specific body part you want to draw. You can check out the infinite anatomy books available everywhere, either the one you have at home or the one you can find online for free. But if you're looking specifically for a physical one, I highly recommend the Morphe books Anatomy for Artists. It gives you the best first impression on how to draw the body and its features, and you can start from right away to practice them. To help myself out to get faster and better at it, I use a very tedious but efficient hack: using a non-erasable pen on a sketchbook. If you draw something wrong in anatomy, just do it entirely again. I know it sounds scary, but you'll see that the second time trying from zero actually shows already some big improvements. Every time you repeat something while you're studying, the better it will be remembered by muscle memory. Gesture drawing. This is a little bit more of a fun thing to do and practice on. Gesture drawing is an exercise used most of the time by professionals as a warm-up to do before actually getting into work. It allows you to learn how to observe better and draw faster a body and the expression of the movement. Gesture drawing is simply getting a picture, reference, image of a person or character and drawing it in very little time. Sometimes it's 30 seconds, sometimes it's 5 minutes. With time, it allows you to learn how to make more lively characters and movements by simplifying all the lines. You just have to get a feel of it. Not drawing perfect anatomy. Online, especially on YouTube, you can find pre-made videos of gesture drawing lessons that will help you out at first to get a feel of this. Then you can find sites like quick poses and lines of action that allows you to personalize more your exercises. Also focused on learning how to draw faster hands or faces. Very handy, I might add. Values. I know, you might have been expecting something more regarding color theory as a fundamental, but I think that as wonderful as it is, It's something very advanced. To be fair, I learned it a long time after starting to draw. I am very bad at it still. So why not starting from the base of all colors? Values are very important too. Values in art are the lightness and darkness of a color or tone, an essential element used to create depth and dimension, forming highlights and shadows on a scale from white to black. More simply put, you're gonna work on making grayscales. An exercise you can do is not only working on grayscales themselves, but also just train your eyes to check from time to time if the values on an illustrations are well balanced. In digital art, this is very easy to do. Just make a new layer on top of everything you're making and make it white. Now go on layer mode and choose color, and you'll magically see your art values. From this point on, check if in the art the amount of light and shadows is working well, and if it isn't, adjust it by adding layers on the art with different layer modes and see if something changes, and if it gets a little bit more soothing to the eye. Once things are balanced, it's time to take off the color layer and work on it. Never lose hope. Colors are everyone's nightmares. It's okay to take some more time on them. Taking a step back to work on black and white balance saves your eyes a bit. Now that we are almost at the end of the video, I'm here to tell you something, especially if you're just starting out to draw and want to learn. You may think that starting out means hours and hours of study, or completely the opposite. It's something that you do once and that's it. But the truth is that you need to do it, but you always have to keep it balanced. These are very important things that will keep you both getting better at it, but also keeping you sane in your art journey. Art is creativity, and creativity is fun. Don't box yourself in studying for hours and calling it a day. After doing some exercises, draw the characters you love. Do the fun arts you were meant to do months ago. Draw that gift you wanted to make. Studying is important, but remember why you're doing it in the first place. Loving art and having fun with it is what ultimately will make you better at it. Well, what are you gonna try first then? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to learn about something specific next time, something that you have an art time on, feel free to ask it here below. If you've liked this video, remember to leave a like, and if you want, why not subscribe and see the next tutorial video? Hope to see you very soon. Bye!